Hey, Sophia.
Hey, Emmanuel.
I'm super excited.
Why?
Because
Me too.
it's almost Halloween, and that
this is
means
true.
it's almost time to get scared, to get spooked.
Oh, it's the spooky season.
It's the spooky
It's
season.
the spooky season.
And I'm even more excited because there's another way for me to get spooked and also get a little bit of that superhero kick that I like all the time.
That's true. That's basically what our pod is entirely about.
Superheroes, and
Soups.
that is by watching the Hulu original series Helstrom. Just in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's suspenseful, mysterious, scary, dark, chilling. Has dry humor and
Oh
it's
my
edgy. But there's
gosh.
also some superhero action in it.
All of this in one show.
All of this in one show. It's from Marvel Television. It's Helstrom,
Wow.
based on some characters from comic books. And I don't have to wait anymore because
No.
it's now streaming. All episodes are streaming on Hulu right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, we got to go watch it.
Let's go right now.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Countdown to Infinity, an Avengers podcast. We watch all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and we're the only ones who have seen them. I'm just kidding. So has the entire world, I think. But we watch all the MCU movies and talk about them. And we continue to talk about news and all of the fun new things.
As studios are shut down.
As studios are shut down and as nothing really is releasing in theaters,
Right.
things being pushed back, we're still on talking about all of the MCU news.
Right.
And
all
then
the gossip. All the
we're
goss. All
now-
the hot goss.
We're gossip queens.
We
now.
are.
Oh,
Más
yeah.
chismosas.
But we also play a fun quiz game at the end of this. We take a quiz from BuzzFeed that has to do with the MCU, and we're doing that again this week.
But again, they're not like hard quizzes. We don't have
No.
to study or anything.
They're-
You know, these are just personality quizzes.
That is what they are.
That is what they are.
Literally what they are.
Yeah.
I'm one of your permanent hosts, Emmanuel,
And I am a part-time host, Sofia Garcia.
but full-time friends
Full-time buddies. Pals.
and lovers. Sophia and I are...
Cousins.
No.
Just kidding.
We are girlfriend, boyfriend, non-related.
No.
Not cousins.
No, not related at all.
And she has been gracious enough to host the show while our other hosts, John and Andrew, stay quarantined in their
Yes.
own place, doing their own thing.
Doing their own thing.
They're doing their own thing. They are related.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
John and Andrew are related, but they're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
They're not boyfriend, no.
They're brothers.
They're bros.
They love each other in
Different ways.
Different ways.
Yeah.
This is weird now.
Is it? Let's keep going. Let's
I
keep
feel-
diving deep
I
into
feel
this.
like with the things we've talked about, we are going to somehow get all of these random listeners who like we're Googling for
Who look up stuff like
weird
this.
stuff. And now they're like, oh, a Marvel podcast. Weird. But let's get into it. Let's talk about some Marvel.
All right, we can get into it. So what we usually do, because we are lovers.
No. Butt stuff. And you'd be surprised. Well, there was all of this news last week, and I don't think we've talked about this specifically, but we talked about all of the new Spider-Man 3 news.
We did.
Doctor
Along with Doctor
Strange,
Strange. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Electro.
Yes.
All of this
Jamie
casting
Foxx.
news. And there was also a rumor last week that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, the other two Spider-Men, had signed on to be in the movie.
Was this like a fan rumor? Kind of like the Sonic the Hedgehog.
rumor?
A frumer? Kind of like the Sonic the Hedgehog vote. You know how all the fans kind of voted in or they gave their opinions. It wasn't even up for a vote, but it was just all the backlash from Sonic being animated a certain way. How the fans kind of took over. I feel like that's happening with Spider-Man. If it's not coming straight from the actual studio, I feel like fans are like, you know what? We're super bored. We have the internet totally available right now.
Yeah.
Let's just sign a bunch of petitions and see if we can get Tobes Maguire on here and see what's going on. See what's going to happen. I don't know if that's what actually took place or...
I can give you specifics because we need to be really careful. We are not a news site.
No, we are not.
We just talk about things.
We just talk. We just goss.
But this report came from a website called Popcorn Planet.
Okay. That
Which is
sounds legit.
A blog. So it could be. And I feel like there is probably, especially now that we know that
Super cute
Spider-Man
name.
3 seems to be like a behemoth of a movie
thing.
with a lot of different
Right.
characters from different universes.
They're just pulling out the A-lists.
That there really is no rumor that can be proven false quickly because everything is possible.
That's true.
But the Entertainment Tonight Canada did ask Marvel,
Ooh.
and Marvel said those rumored castings are not confirmed. So this apparently
That's a no-go.
is a no-go. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, at least as of right now, are not confirmed.
But that doesn't mean that it is
doesn't
impossible.
mean so,
It's just
yeah.
like the Sonic thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, let's get this thing rolling.
And to be honest, if
Everybody has my permission.
if there were movies coming out, in theory, Eternals would be coming out in a couple of weeks. No one would really be talking about all this casting stuff. But
That's
there are
true.
no MCU movies, so this is it. This is our this is what we
this
get
is
to
our
look forward
taste.
to.
Yeah.
So yeah, as of right now, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in the new Spider-Man 3 movie.
Somebody should just ask Toby, because Toby would be like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind," and then fans would go insane.
How old do you think Tobey Maguire is?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so
And Andrew
he would,
Garfield, if you wanna.
oh, well,
try it out.
that's a difficult question too, because Andrew looks like he's like 12.
Okay.
But that's just because he has good genes. Okay, so Tobes was like back in what, early 2000s, and that was maybe
And
his
he was
30s.
And everyone was already saying he looks too old to play a high schooler.
That's true.
Then this was
That's
in
true.
2002.
Yes, he should have been in college.
Yeah, people were like, man, he's a high school Peter Parker. Wow.
Oof, I don't know. Maybe in like his 40s.
What about Andrew Garfield?
50s?
50s?
No, not 50s.
Oh
Not
my
50s.
God.
I'm just kidding. 100s?
Okay,
No.
all right.
No, I think he's probably in his 40s.
Andrew Garfield?
No, not Andrew.
Tobey
I thi-
Maguire, you think is in the
Tobes,
40s?
yeah. And I think Andrew is probably entering his 30s
Okay, are you
or
ready?
in his 30s.
Do you want to be more specific, or do you want to just...
Do you want me to be more
Yeah,
specific?
be more specific.
Okay.
Give me an age for Andrew Garfield. Let's go, and I'll tell you who it is.
Andrew Garfield. Okay. Tell me if I'm hot or cold. I'm going to say maybe like 31.
You're cold.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Is he in his 40s?
No.
Oh, so he's in his 20s.
No.
What?
What?
Cold means that I'm not close.
You're not that close if you're saying 30.
31?
You're getting closer.
So he's in his 30s.
He's in his 30s.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe 35?
He's older than that.
Okay, well, how old is Emma Stone? Because he
Okay.
dated Emma Stone.
This is becoming the age podcast.
38.
You were really close. He's 37.
Oh,
Andrew
dang,
Garfield is
okay.
37. What about Tobey Maguire? Give me a date.
Ooh, a date of birth?
Give me a date of birth. No, I'm asking
day of
you
the
out.
week.
I'm asking you for a date. No, wait.
no,
You have
no,
a
no,
bowl.
no, no, no,
People
no,
don't
no.
know this, but there's a bowl of dates next to her, and I'm
Right,
just asking
right.
for a date.
Let me slide it over.
Yeah, we're going to do this with
okay,
every single actor we talk about today is guess
Okay,
their
so
age.
Andrew, or no, not Andrew. I already got him done.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobes. Oof. Okay, he has to be like 45.
That is exactly on the money how
Yeah.
old he is. He is 45
See,
years
because
old.
I just texted him the other day and I was like, "Hey, man, when's your birthday?" And
He's
then
like,
he
I'm
was
double your age. But yeah, I digress. Let's go back to the story. That's how old they are.
and now you know.
But yes, they are not in the movie. But here's some more Spider-Man 3 things to look forward to because the film is in production
Okay.
during COVID. It is being shot. And the title of the film is supposedly going to be, and this is from the Independent, which is a much more reputable news site.
Okay.
They're saying that the title will be revealed on Jimmy Kimmel later on this coming week.
Wow.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel has said.
Who's he going to interview?
I don't know, but he's announced an announcement.
Jimmy Kimmel himself?
Kimmel. Yeah, like a special announcement is coming. He said, thrilled to announce I've been tapped to play Kraven the Hunter in Spider-Man 3. That's what he said, but also...
Jimmy?
That Jimmy Kimmel, he is a joke.
Oh.
But he, yeah. And then it would make sense because Jimmy Kimmel is on ABC, which is owned,
Yes, which is owned by Disney.
And that's happened a lot with
Of course,
ABC
of
and
course.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Kimmel.
yeah.
The last
Peter Parker.
The last rumor. It's just another rumor. Oh boy, with Spider-Man 3, and then hopefully we don't talk about this movie ever again until it comes out. But because they're filming it now, people are thinking that the first trailer will be released in December already for this
No,
film.
there's no way.
I mean, they just have to get the first couple days of shooting and slap it together, and people will go crazy. Mm-hmm. So I totally see that, especially in a year where there's no MCU movie, and maybe they want to continue the hype and conversation into next year. I could see that. Yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully, hopefully the next time we're talking Spider-Man 3, it will be because the movie's out or something, but that's going to be for a long
They have a
time.
release date or something.
Yeah, they do have a release date,
Oh.
but I just changed the page from that, so I can't tell you.
All right. So then we'll just
Oh, here we
see
go.
it.
December 17th, 2021. So a little over a
Oh,
year from
wow,
now, the
okay.
movie will be out because it's being filmed now. And so that's Spider-Man 3, and I'm super excited about it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. As you know, we are
Now-
near an election,
Okay.
and let's not talk, we don't talk politics,
We don't.
but there are plenty of Avengers.
But a huge but after that.
There is an event.
But let's talk politics.
There is now an event being titled Voters Assemble.
Oh, that's fun.
That will feature
It's like a
Don
movement.
Cheadle, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Paul Rudd, Mark Ruffalo, and Zoe Saldana,
Mm-hmm.
along with Vice Presidential candidate Senator Kamala Harris,
Mm-hmm.
and Endgame directors Joe and Anthony Russo. They will all be virtually available for a fundraiser that will take place October 20th at 6:45 p.m.
That's on Tuesday.
That is soon. Yeah, the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. And the day, I guess, tomorrow when this releases. So this is following in line with some of the things that the Biden campaign has been doing. They've done, I think 2 days ago, they did a Hamilton fundraiser.
Oh, fun.
And here's the thing with these fundraisers. They're only $20 or $25
Wow.
to be a part of these Zooms. So
Okay.
that's how they're raising money. They did a Princess and the Brides one. Parks and Rec did one, I believe. And now the Avengers.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Because you can't physically get people to go out to an actual fundraiser and like participate in a rally
Mm-hmm.
or something like that where you would normally get support or maybe some possible contributions towards a campaign or like towards whatever really. So that's really cool. I love that.
It's going to be in. So you still have time if you want to. It's going to be at night on the 20th. And again, it's just like a fun way. And if you've ever gone to any fundraisers, whether they're political or for charity, normally tickets are insane, especially when there are guests like this.
Oh yeah, when they're celebrity guests, for sure.
$2,000 a plate
I mean,
or something.
I don't know
wild.
about all that.
It is. Yeah, because when
Oh, like to sit down at a thing
sit
and
down
yes,
and,
yes,
like,
yes, yes,
attend
to
a
have the
thing.
full experience of
it's thousands of dollars
Yeah.
to come meet Celine Dion or something
Yeah.
at a fundraiser, and so now that it's all virtual, it's a little bit cheaper,
Right.
and you can
very
War Machine,
cool.
Captain America, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Hulk, and Gamora will be there.
Zoe, I
Also,
love her.
Senator Kamala Harris, which is exciting.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, that's happening. The last piece of big news, and this is
The story of a girl.
really special for us because we've been binging this show
What show?
and we finished all of it, I believe.
Which one?
The Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let me ask you
love.
this. There's a character who is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine who is rumored to play an MCU character. Who do you think it is, or do you want me to tell you what the character...
Was it Rosa?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Stephanie Beatrice is rumored to be the female Ghost Rider for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I love her.
What do you think?
I love her. Like, I literally love her. She is like the sweetest, most compassionate person I think I've ever seen on an interview. Like, she is just so full of empathy and like loves people, and she's so funny. Like I love her vibe. She's just so cool. So cool. And like her character that she plays on Brooklyn is just so different. It's crazy. I mean, of course, like she's empathetic and like, but for the most part, she's like a hard ass and like a badass and like she's like very, tough. But in real life, or from what I can tell, just, via things that I see on the internet, like she's just a sweet little Bane. I love her.
Yeah, she plays a tough character.
She does.
And like Ghost Rider is someone who
Yeah,
is
I could totally see that now.
dead, who rides a motorcycle, and his head becomes
I mean, she
fire.
already wears like the leather jacket and stuff on the show, so
She's already got the
she's
jacket.
already got a bike. I think
they can save money.
Yeah.
She's got a bike and a jacket.
Just
That's all she
share
needs.
the wardrobe, share the bike.
Well, let's talk about something else that I actually just saw come
Okay.
through the wire. We reported that
Oh.
Tatiana Maslany of Orphan Black had agreed to be Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk.
Oh, yes.
And everyone, including Mark Ruffalo, congratulated her.
Oh, nice.
But it appears
It's not true.
this is what she said 2 days ago. This actually isn't a real thing, and it's like a press release that's gotten out of hand.
Oh,
It's
no.
totally not. I've been connected to these things in the past, and press has gotten onto it, but it's not actually a thing, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know how these things get I don't know. You know better. I have no idea. So that's a little confusing.
That's disappointing.
Especially since a lot of cast members from the MCU congratulated her.
Well, you know what? They don't really know what's going on either, to be fair. So if they see it, and if they see it from like a legitimate news source, or not legitimate news source, but like someone who's, known for putting out like actual like press from the actual company or like representatives of the company, then like of course they're gonna believe it too. Just like we did. We've been bamboozled. That is so disappointing.
I do feel like this is a negotiation tactic a lot in these high stakes film and TV stuff.
Do you think her people started it?
There's two people who could have leaked it. One is Disney,
right,
and then one is her people, so that they can see how
everybody the audience decides.
Disney,
the fans decide.
Sometimes studios do this so that they can gauge before they make offers to be
smart.
like, oh,
it's
maybe
like a fake leak.
Yeah, people don't like this.
Dipping your toes in.
But if this is her team, then they're definitely wanting more money or something.
Right?
So,
they want that Marvel
just
money,
like
baby.
the Tobey Maguire thing and the Andrew Garfield thing. She may end up being the Hulk by the end of all this. She-Hulk, and it could just all be a thing.
Has Disney responded?
No.
Oh, well then what? Then they probably don't think it's that big of a deal, and they'll probably be like, oh, well, if you want to hop on anyway, hop on, girl.
And as we talk about fake news earlier and like the blogs that report this stuff, the one that reported this was a really important one. Deadline and Variety. These are like huge.
Variety, wow.
These are like huge news, entertainment news trades.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, how could it be totally fake?
How could it be?
We can't trust anything anymore.
Man. Who are you?
Me?
What?
I'm sus. Don't vote me out.
Yeah.
I'm sure our listeners are playing Among Us, right?
Yeah. If you haven't, check it out. It's fun. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's free advertisement for them. There you go.
Well, now it's time for us to take our quiz.
Oh my gosh. This is my favorite part. Oh my god. Give me the iPad. Give me the iPad. Give me one of the 10. Give me one of the 10 that are over there next to you, Manu.
This is a
there you go.
fairly visual one. So I think it's going to be...
Why do you always... See, this is why I don't put you in charge of picking them. Every time I put Emmanuel in charge of picking the quiz, he picks something super visual that I'm going to have to just butcher in a description, and it's terrible.
We have to get better at describing things with our words. Okay?
I guess this is good practice.
Tell us what you're feeling in your words. I have always said that.
I actually tell my kids that all the time.
Oh, really?
At school, yeah. I'm like, use your words, not your hands, yeah.
This is the quiz
they like
from
to hit each other.
BuzzFeed. It's which female Avenger are you based on the emojis you choose?
Oh, ew.
Natasha, Carol, or Wanda? It's by a community contributor, Bluebell Rose.
Hi, Bluebell. And do you see that? Her
points?
Her AVI is, her avatar is, oh my gosh.
Black Widow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Natasha.
So we're going to we're going to choose an emoji, but we will also do our best to describe what these emojis are.
Okay, well, the emojis I can describe because most of them are pretty self-explanatory.
Easy?
Like they're pretty obvious,
There's a million emojis though.
There's 10. So. Okay, so there's 10 questions, and number one question is pick an emoji. So there's the open eyes, open mouth.
Oh God, this is bad.
Open eyes, open mouth, smile. So that's the emoji.
Yeah.
Then there's the closed eyes, open smile, showing teeth emoji. And then there's, of course, crying, laughing emoji. And then there's another crying, laughing emoji, but it's the one that's kind of tilted
Sideways,
to the side.
Smiling, yeah. So we just picked one, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And then there's another, obviously, the second question is pick an emoji. And then there's the same open smile one with the teeth.
But eyes closed.
And then there's a nervous smiling one because it has a little sweat on the side. So he's like an open smile, but with the sweat. Like you're nervous.
This is what the podcast has become now. We guess actors' ages and we describe emojis. This is...
And then the third emoji is laughing, but not with crying tears. And then the other one is the winky emoji.
Oh,
wink, 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 wink.
I like that they credit. So on BuzzFeed, you can credit where the picture comes from, and they've credited
Apple.
It's on everyone's phones.
The next question is pick an emoji, obviously, and then it's the blushing full smile emoji, super cute, eyes closed. And then there's the tongue out smile emoji. That's cute. And then there's the sunglasses emoji, and then there's the hard eyes emoji. Oh, okay.
Let me know if you want me to describe any of these.
How about I do it halfway, you do the other half. So I'm on question 4, I'll do one more, and then you do 5 through 10.
Good golly.
Okay, so...
If you're listening to this and you can actually see these emojis, kudos to you.
Yeah, let me know if I'm doing a good job or not, please, on social media. If not, then I will never, ever talk on here again.
We're describing faces.
Okay, next one. The next emoji is the kissing emoji with the little heart, like.
You're sending
And
a
then,
kiss.
Yes, and then the next one is going to be the covered in hearts emoji. So it's the happy face that you're like feeling all lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one is going to be the one where you are
Kissy.
just blowing a kiss, but it's no heart or anything. It's just you with your little mouth out.
Don't drop the soap.
No. And then there's the same face, but just with the eyes closed. So your eyes are closed and you're just puckering up is the word.
Have you
Puckered.
ever used any of these kissing ones?
Yes, I've used all of them except for the puckered open eye one. I've
You've
never used that
never
one.
sent any of them to me.
I've sent you. No, none of these.
Wow.
I don't send them to you.
Okay. All right. Ooh,
here we
I
go.
get the fun ones.
Okay.
Here's my. So those were all the yellow circle.
Oh,
easy
yeah, he gets the
emojis.
cool ones.
Now I get the fun ones. All right.
I feel like these are harder. Mine were harder to describe. That's not fair.
So we've got a girl
Okay.
with hair.
All right, great.
Then you got a doctor girl with hair. Mm-hmm. Then you got Freddie Mercury looking guy with a mustache. And then you've got an old lady wizard.
Nice.
Okay. This is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, next group of
Ooh,
emojis.
this is hard.
You got dynamite. You've got the 3-star sparkly thingy mabobber.
It's like glitter.
You've got a horn with confetti popping out of it for celebration.
Right.
And then you've got this little thing.
No, come on. You can do better than
let's
that.
see. It is. I don't think it's bells.
It's like confetti.
Yeah, it's like confettis. It's like
confetti balls.
confetti balls that you crack open. They're
Yeah.
like Wonder Balls. Remember
It's like,
Wonder Balls?
it's like a cascarone, but I don't know what to call a cascarone without saying cascarone.
And explain to us what that is for everyone who is not
Latin.
Latin.
So a cascarone is like a. Okay, so this is how I make them. To be
Yes.
honest,
And this will be the best way to describe them, I think. They honestly do not make much sense.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So this is crazy, but it's basically an emptied egg. So a hollowed out egg, but you're not cracking it in half. You're just like tipping off the egg, like you're cracking off the very tip, because you hollow it out, you wash it, obviously, and then you fill it with little pieces of confetti, or if you don't want to pollute the planet, you fill it with birdseed, because that's what we do at my school for the kids.
Birdseed.
Birdseed. And then, because you don't want to, if you fill it with like paper and like glitter and stuff like that, like it could pollute the environment and birds could eat it and someone could get sick and, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you cover the little tip of the egg that you cracked off with some tissue paper, that way, or like some what is it called? Newspaper, again, to
Yeah.
recycled and all that jazz. And then you can paint the egg. Usually we do this for like Easter or like a fiesta or, any major celebration that involves a lot of people, just to have an extra fun. And you can paint the eggs kind of like people do for Easter or other like celebrations like that. And then you just crack them on top of somebody's head. And because the shell is hollowed out and there's nothing like super like mushy or gross inside, it's just like,
it's fun.
it's fun. It's so much fun. And they're so easy to hide in your pocket, and you can just run up on someone and just like, bam, just whack them.
I think that's what's really fun about it, is you can really hurt some people if you want to.
No. Yeah, obviously don't boil an egg and then paint it and then crack it on someone's head.
So cascarones are basically these eggs filled with confetti. You can smack people as much as you want, but
Right.
when we
have
did it as
war.
kids, we would always include one,
Just hard-boiled egg.
not hard boiled, just an egg with yolk.
Oh, that's
non-cooked
awful.
egg, so that
Ew.
someone would always
Yeah,
get
families
it.
have different traditions like that. Like one of my ex-boyfriends did the same thing with a boiled egg, and
Yeah.
it was hardcore because nobody knew who was going to get it until you got it. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like
And
until
did
you were holding it in your hand,
Did
you
you
would
say
feel.
what celebrations it's used for?
I was like just fiestas or like Easter
Easter's a big
or
one, yeah. Or egg day.
No, gross.
All right, pick an emoji. Here's another emoji.
But that's what I'm saying. This looks like a cascarone because
Yeah.
it has like two halves of something, and they were filled on the inside
And there's
with
confetti popping
Oh, do you
out.
think that's a balloon? Or like a piñata? No,
Yeah.
that's not a piñata.
That's actually a really good way to describe cascarones, just like egg
handheld
piñatas.
piñatas. Yeah.
Handheld egg piñatas.
Just without candy.
Yeah,
but
without candy.
Anyways, we digress.
Here's another emoji. There is a present, a bow, ooh, that's really exciting. So have you ever used these? These are for Chinese New Year.
What is that?
There is
It's like an envelope?
Yeah, it's a little envelope. It's a red
I've
envelope.
never seen this emoji in my life.
Oh my gosh, it's a Chinese tradition.
Okay.
And inside of it there is a gift.
there money? Oh.
A lot of times it's money.
Okay. But it's a red envelope with like a symbol or like a
It's
word
for New
of
Year.
some
It's for
kind
Lunar New Year.
in Chinese. That's cool.
Yeah, I did this in elementary school. We celebrated it, and it was.
cute.
I learned a lot. And then there's fireworks.
Okay.
Cool. Here's another pick an emoji. You got a half loaf of bread, a pretzel, a stack of pancakes with butter and syrup, and then you got a sandwich. A sandwich. I have chosen mine.
Me too.
And we'll just speed through
But these are types of vehicles.
Okay. The first is like a open air. There's a name
like a
for
taxi.
these. Yeah, it's like a taxi,
But like a
it's
taxi
a
from
three-wheel.
like Asia.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like one of those like scooter taxis that usually somebody navigates and there's only room for like 2 people in the back. It's like a pedal cab. Pedal cab.
Yeah, it's like a pedal cab. There is a little pedal cab. Then there is a bus. There is a Vespa, and then a bike. And then, here's the last one. This is the last one. It's the hardest to describe for me, I
No,
think.
it's not.
It is the most difficult one.
You're so annoying. Go.
It's a pink heart, a yellow heart, a blue heart, or a green heart.
But the pink heart has sparkles on it.
All right, I got my female Avenger. Did you?
I did.
I'll read mine first.
Okay, go. Ladies first.
I got Captain Marvel.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we both got Captain Marvel. Just a couple of Marvels. Carol Danvers. You're dedicated and proud in your work and achievements. You never allow the antics of others to distract you, and you believe in being professional. You might have a short temper, but you're strong, and that is so true about me.
And me too, I guess.
I guess so.
I
Just
kind of
two
want
Marvels.
pancakes now because of that emoji thing.
That was probably really good. That was a good emoji. Before we go to plugs, I just want to. I know we talked a lot about casting. Here's a list. I'm going to read you a list of casting denials from Disney. This was not the first time that Disney has denied that they've casted certain people, like we're Tatiana Maslany. We just talked about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. So they denied casting Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, and we know that ended up being real.
Yes.
They denied casting Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Evangeline Lilly as Wasp, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. That was all denied. So if you're discouraged because you think you're not going to see all the Spider-Man in a movie,
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
There's hope.
Yeah, there's hope.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
You might see them all together. Maybe.
Together. A reunion.
A reunion.
A happy reunion.
Well, Sophia,
What up?
it's time for you to plug something.
It's just a big thanks again for listening to every Delphin Pod show, if you do, or this one specifically, if you like hearing the sounds of our beautiful voices.
Our dulcet tones.
Our beautiful voices.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, thank you so much to everybody who supports us. Like, even if it's just, saying hi every now and then, it's just good to have people that care. But thank you, and just continue to listen to any of the Delphin Pod shows, anything that we got on our network. It's really great. Patreon, I love you guys, of course. And then also you can follow me on social media if you want to, or if you don't want to, no worries. But my tag's usually at _simply SIMPLY SOFIEE.
Simply Sophie.
That's me, because I'm just a simple gal.
Listen to all of the Delphin Pod shows. We have a new wrestling podcast out right now called Dirt Sheet Radio with a bunch of really fun people, and that can be found anywhere just by searching Dirt Sheet Radio or Delphin Pod. You can support the pod, and right after this, we're going to record a Patreon exclusive. But if you want to hear it, you have to be on our Patreon, and that's at patreon.com/DelphinPod, DELFINPOD.
Yep.
Support the pod for as little as $1 or a couple dollars a month. That's how we keep things running and pay for all the hosting and all of the remote records that we have to deal with now. But all of that helps us so much. And then the last thing I want to plug is you are probably in a state where you can, if you're in the United States, where you can early vote. And I would say do that. You never know how long the lines will be on election day.
It's true.
So you can, I know in Texas, early vote, and there's a whole lot of places where you should be able to do that.
Yeah, even with early voting, some people had to wait in a little bit of a line, but it's like, well, it just opened up. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think was going to happen? Everybody's going to go.
And also, a lot of this is designed chaos. Like the fact that there's only one drop-off box in every count, but still vote. Like if it's so difficult to vote, then it means that your vote must be really important, and so do it.
Yeah.
If you live in a city with an NBA team, all those stadiums are doing early voting except for Milwaukee.
Right.
Because of more shenanigans. But go and vote and do that. But hey, we'll see you next week.
See you later,
We
alligator.
might see you on Thursday, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Or hear us. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no,
All right.
we'll see you.
Oh, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.